Welcome to Master Your Finances. If you truly want to break free from financial struggles, if you're tired of working hard yet always feeling stuck, then listen carefully, because what you're about to hear is not another motivational speech. It's not a trick, not a shortcut, not some vague dream of get rich quick. What you're about to hear is the core truth of money, a truth so raw and undeniable that once you see it, you can never unsee it. This truth will shake your beliefs, challenge your excuses, and most importantly, it will give you the map to financial freedom. Before we dive in, I want you to do two simple things. Smash the like button so this message spreads to more people. Hit subscribe to this channel, because here we don't sell dreams, we build warriors of finance. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1. Inner Change and Environment, the two forces that shape your wealth. Let's face it, making money is hard. If it were easy, everyone would be rich. But the real question is, why is it hard? The answer is brutally simple. Making money is hard because it requires two transformations happening at the same time. An inner transformation, the shift in your mindset, your habits, your beliefs about money. An outer alignment, choosing the right environment, the right industry, the right wave of opportunity to ride on. Inner transformation, the war inside your mind. You may not realize it, but your mind is a battlefield. Every day, two voices fight for control. One voice whispers, "Stay safe, don't take risks, just keep your paycheck." The other screams, "Break free, take control, you deserve more." The truth is, most people lose this inner war. They stay chained by fear, comfort, and excuses. They sabotage themselves before they even start. That's why the first step to wealth is not learning how to invest, not reading financial charts, not even starting a business. The first step is to reprogram your mind. You must kill the beliefs that keep you broke. "I'm not smart enough. I wasn't born rich. It's too risky. I'll start tomorrow and replace them with new ones. I am capable. I can learn. Every master was once a beginner. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now." Until you win this inner war, no amount of external opportunity will save you. The outer environment, the ocean that carries you now. Let's talk about the world outside. Imagine this. You're an incredible swimmer. Fast, strong, disciplined, but you're swimming against the tide. No matter how hard you push, the ocean drags you back. That's exactly what happens when you're in the wrong environment. You could be talented, hardworking, full of ideas, but if you're stuck in a dying industry, or a toxic network or a stagnant market, you will drown. On the other hand, if you jump into the right current, the ocean will carry you forward even when you rest. Think about it. The gold rush made ordinary men millionaires. The internet boom turned garage startups into empires. The AI revolution is doing the same today. The lesson? Wealth is not only about how hard you work, it's about where you place yourself. The formula of wealth. Inner x outer wealth is not created by inner change alone. And it's not created by environment alone. It is created by the multiplication of the two. Inner strength x outer opportunity. Explosive wealth. If you have the right mindset, but the wrong environment, you struggle endlessly. If you have the right environment but the wrong mindset, you waste every opportunity. But when both align, you become unstoppable. Why most people never align these two forces. They either keep improving themselves but never leave their comfort zone, or they chase shiny opportunities without fixing their mindset first. Both paths lead to frustration. The few who succeed, they master the inner game and position themselves in the right outer game. That's why they seem lucky, but it's not luck. It's alignment. That is the foundation. That is where every journey to wealth begins. But it's not enough. Because even if you transform yourself and position yourself correctly, there's another question. Where do you actually find opportunities to make money? The answer lies in Chapter 2, Needs, the root of every fortune. Chapter 3, Empathy. The key to turning demand into million-dollar opportunities. Demand alone is not enough. You can see demand. You can recognize demand, but if you cannot connect with it, if you cannot feel it, you will never turn it into wealth. The bridge between demand and fortune has only one name: empathy. Most people hear the word empathy and think it's about being soft. being kind, being polite. Wrong. In the world of business, empathy is a weapon. It is your radar. It allows you to step into the mind of your customer, feel their pain, taste their frustration, and understand what keeps them awake at night. Without empathy, you're just guessing. With empathy, you hold the blueprint to their wallet. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine an elderly person struggling with technology. Their children live far away. They want to see photos of their grandchildren, but every time they try, they get lost in the maze of apps, passwords, and confusing screens. Most businesses would ignore this. Old people don't spend much, they say. But an empathetic entrepreneur sees gold. He walks into their shoes. He feels their loneliness. He feels the burning desire to stay connected with family, and so he creates a small shop that prints digital photos for them. He teaches them patiently how to use their phones. He says, "Anytime you're stuck, come here. I'll help you for free." At first, people laugh at him. How can you make money giving free help? They mock. But the elderly come. They trust him. They bring friends. They see him as family. And once trust is built, when he recommends a health product, a service, or a solution, they buy not because of marketing tricks, but because of trust. This is empathy in action. This is how empathy transforms unmet demand into $1 million opportunity. Look around you. Every day, people are struggling. They are frustrated. They are silently screaming for solutions. But most people are too busy thinking about themselves, about their salary, their promotion, their little world. They never stop to feel what others are going through. That's why they miss opportunities. Here's the truth: the bigger the pain you solve, the more money flows into your pocket. Empathy lets you see pain before others do. It lets you design solutions that touch people's hearts, not just their minds. And when people feel understood, when they feel someone finally gets them, they will follow you, stay loyal to you, and buy from you for life. This is why the most successful entrepreneurs are not the smartest. They are the most empathetic. They don't sit in a tower analyzing spreadsheets all day. They walk among people. They listen. They feel. They adapt. Empathy is not just good business. Empathy is business. And once you master empathy, you are ready to unlock the next stage: exchange and trust, the true foundation of lasting wealth. Chapter 2. Demand. The root of every money-making opportunity. If you want to make money truly and sustainably, you must start with one word: demand. Demand is the root. Demand is the soil from which every fortune grows. But here's the tragedy. Most people completely misunderstand what demand actually means. They think demand is about the job their boss gives them. They think it's the little checklist of tasks on their desk. They think if they become an expert in one technical skill, opportunities will automatically flow to them. Wrong. Dead wrong. Real demand does not live in your job description. Real demand comes from people's struggles, people's needs, people's burning desires that remain unmet. And if you cannot see these needs, you will forever work for someone who does. Let me give you an example. A man works at a company, typing reports all day. He says, "The demand for me is typing, so I must become faster at typing." But typing is not the demand. The real demand is that his boss needs accurate information delivered quickly so decisions can be made. Typing is just the tool. The actual demand is much larger. Communication, clarity, speed. If this man steps outside of his little bubble, he could discover opportunities far beyond typing. But he doesn't, because he mistakes the means for the end. That is how most people live. They confuse the skill they are given with the need that truly exists. And so, they chase certificates, degrees, and titles, yet wonder why no big opportunity ever comes their way. But the entrepreneurs, the wealth builders, the ones who truly see the game, they understand something deeper. Money flows wherever there is unsolved demand. Think about the greatest businesses in history. They were born from spotting a need others ignored. Henry Ford saw people didn't just need a faster horse, they needed affordable, mass-produced cars. Steve Jobs saw people didn't just need computers for offices, they needed beauty and creativity in the palm of their hand. Elon Musk saw people didn't just want cars, they wanted identity, sustainability, and innovation packaged together. Demand is never small, demand is never shallow. Demand is always bigger than the skill you currently have. So here's the rule you must tattoo into your mind. The bigger the demand you solve, the bigger the money you make. This is why waiters, cleaners, or low-level clerks often struggle financially. It's not because they are lazy or stupid. It's because the demand they solve is limited. It's not deeply tied to value creation. Meanwhile, someone who sees a larger unmet demand in society, like better healthcare, more efficient logistics, or tools that save time, can earn millions, even billions. The gap is not in intelligence. The gap is in vision. Now, how do you train your eyes to see real demand? It starts with one skill most people ignore: empathy. But before we dive into that, remember this. If you are chasing skills without chasing demand, you are climbing a ladder that leans against the wrong wall. If you want to escape mediocrity, you must flip your perspective. Stop asking, "What am I good at?" and start asking, "What do people truly need that no one is giving them?" That question alone can change your life. And in the next chapter, we will go deeper into the one weapon that transforms demand into fortune: empathy. Chapter 4. Exchange and Trust. The foundation of lasting wealth. Demand is the spark. Empathy is the bridge. But without exchange, no wealth is created. Let me be clear, money is not magic. Money is not luck. Money is nothing more than the certificate of exchange. When you solve someone's need, when you deliver value, there must be an exchange. They give you money. You give them a solution. That's the deal. That's the foundation of capitalism itself. But here's the secret most people miss. Exchange only works when there is trust. Think about it. Would you give your hard-earned money to someone you don't trust? Would you buy medicine from a stranger on the street? Would you sign a contract with someone who lies at every turn? Of course not. Trust is the invisible currency that makes exchange possible. Without trust, even the greatest product fails. With trust, even an average product can dominate. That's why the richest people in the world are not just product creators, they are trust builders. Amazon is not just an online store. It is a trust machine. People know if the product is bad, they can return it. So they buy again and again. Apple is not just selling phones. It is selling trust in design, innovation, and ecosystem. That's why people line up overnight for a new release. Banks don't just hold money. They sell trust. Lose that trust and the entire system collapses. This is the truth. Trust multiplies exchange. Exchange multiplies wealth. Now let's return to our story of the small shop owner who helped elderly people with technology. At first, he made little to no money, but every time he helped, he was planting seeds of trust. Each thank you was another layer of credibility. Each smile was another bond. And when he finally offered a health service, the customers didn't see it as a sale. They saw it as an act of care. That's why they bought, and why they stayed loyal for years. This is the formula most entrepreneurs don't get. They rush to sell. They push products with no empathy, no trust, no relationship. And then they wonder why customers disappear after the first purchase. But wealth does not come from one-time sales. Wealth comes from long-term exchange fueled by unshakable trust. Here's the equation you must burn into your brain. No trust, no exchange. No exchange, geek, no money. Strong trust, infinite exchange. Infinite exchange shatters lasting wealth. So the next time you think about making money, stop asking, "How do I sell more?" Start asking, "How do I build more trust?" Because in the end, money does not flow to the best product. It flows to the most trusted relationship. And this brings us to the final chapter, the ultimate conclusion, the grand call to action, how to take these truths and transform your own life into a story of financial mastery. Chapter 5, the grand finale, your call to action. We have traveled a long road together, from the spark of demand, to the bridge of empathy, to the foundation of exchange and trust. Now it is time to bring it all together, into a single truth that can change your destiny. Listen carefully. Making money is not about chasing tricks, shortcuts, or hype. It is about mastering the eternal cycle of demand, empathy, exchange, and trust. This is the formula the wealthy live by. This is the code hidden in plain sight. Most people never see it. They waste their lives chasing certificates, chasing bosses, chasing opportunities that never come. They live blind, thinking money comes from working harder, when in truth it comes from working smarter, from aligning yourself with the real flow of human need and human trust. The secret is not in Wall Street. It's not in Silicon Valley. It's not in the textbooks your professors forced you to memorize. The secret has always been in front of you. Every complaint you hear is a signal of demand. Every tear you see is an opening for empathy. Every handshake you earn is the start of trust. And every fair exchange you create is a step toward wealth. This is not theory. This is not philosophy. This is reality. The entrepreneurs who rise from nothing to everything, they don't do it because of luck. They do it because they see what others ignore. They feel what others dismiss. They build what others are too afraid to try. And now the choice is yours. Will you stay blind? Will you stay trapped in the cycle of working for someone else's dream? Or will you open your eyes, sharpen your empathy, and step into the arena where real wealth is built? Because here is the truth no one wants to say out loud. If you do not master money, money will master you. So today, right now, make a decision. A decision to step forward. A decision to stop waiting. A decision to learn, to build, to act. And if this message lit a fire inside you, if it gave you even one spark of clarity, then don't just watch and walk away. Smash that like button. Now hit subscribe. Join the movement here at Master Your Finances, where we uncover the real truths about money, wealth, and power that schools and society will never teach you. This is your time. This is your moment. Do not let it slip, because the world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who act, and the next fortune could belong to you.